Good afternoon. We are still in the book of Job. We're in chapter 19. We heard from Bildad. And now we get to hear Job's words. Let's see if we can glean a primer for our own journeys. And Job answered and said, "How long will you torment my soul and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times you have reproached me. You are not ashamed that you have wronged me. And if indeed I have erred, my error remains with me. If indeed you exalt yourselves against me and plead my disgrace against me, know then that God has wronged me and has surrounded me with his net. If I cry out concerning wrong, I'm not heard. If I cry aloud, there is no justice. He has fenced up my way so that I cannot pass. And he has set darkness in my paths. He has stripped me of my glory and taken the crown from my head. He breaks me down on every side, and I am gone. My hope he has uprooted like a tree. He has also kindled his wrath against me, and he counts me as one of his enemies. Sometimes when you're going through hard things, this is how it feels. And you're allowed to process that. I'm thinking of moments of my childhood, moments of my teenage years, when it would have been a relief to know these words because I would have felt less alone. His troops come together and build up their road against me. They encamp all around my tent. He has removed my brothers far from me. My acquaintances are completely estranged from me. My relatives have failed. And my close friends, they've forgotten me. Those who dwell in my house and my maidservants count me as a stranger. The way that God designed our brains is that the worst pain that a brain can know is to be alone in a miserable experience. I'm sad if you had to be alone in your painful places. What would it be like if you saw somebody else in a situation that didn't make any sense to you, but was hard? And you didn't come with judgment. And you didn't come toting what you think you know about God and how it might apply. But you just came and sat in the pain with Him, agreeing that it's a mystery, agreeing that it doesn't make sense, and legitimizing that it's hard. I am an alien in their sight. I call my servant, he gives no answer. I beg him with my mouth, my breath is offensive to my wife. And I'm repulsive to the children of my own body. People are confusing sometimes. You would think if these people honestly celebrated Job as a man upright and righteous, that they would grieve at what this looks like now. But sometimes it seems like it taps into people's fears that if they don't understand it, they'll be victimized by it. And they try to stay away from people who cause that threat in their brain. It's painful. Even young children despise me. I arise and they speak against me. My close friends abhor me. And those whom I love have turned against me. Talk about adding pain to pain. Some parts of the path are so lonely. I'm just thinking of times when I've shared portions of my journey with people who didn't know how big God is, and it threatened their definition of Him being good, and how that required them to distance from me. It hurts. I'm writing my story. There will probably be a certain amount of crucifixion involved in its publishing. But it might be life-giving for one person to know that they're not alone. My bone clings to my skin and to my flesh. I have escaped by the skin of my teeth. Have pity on me. Have pity on me, O you, my friends, for the hand of God has struck me. Why do you persecute me as God does, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were written. Oh, that they were inscribed in a book, that they were engraved on a rock with an iron pen and lead forever. For I know that my Redeemer lives, and he shall stand at last on the earth. And after my skin is destroyed, this I know, that in my flesh I shall see God. We have to have the bigger picture. Whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another. How my heart yearns within me. If you should say, how shall we persecute him? Since the root of the matter is found in me, be afraid of the sword for yourselves. For wrath brings the punishment of the sword, that you may know there is a judgment. That part of the big picture is the mercy of God. That when we go through difficult things and what's really in our heart surfaces, it's important to respond rightly. Humbly. Yielded. And without forgetting that God is God. I bless you with those truths today. I bless them into your bones. And I bless that they would be nourishment for your soul. In Jesus' name.